expectations. We announced it only 10 days prior, actually. We were looking for the venue, and the venue was only available on that day. So this was the first tricky situation we had to deal with. Do we do it, or do we postpone it into November? And
I'm sorry, Bia, you're breaking up. Bia?
Yeah?
You're breaking
up
a bit.
On my side? Can everybody hear me clearly? Is it only in your side that I'm breaking up?
You were breaking up, but you're back.
My side as well.
It's okay again.
Everybody fine? Good. Okay. So we had a struggle basically, and the most important is I give you a couple of tips, and we go this evening through the different tables, give you a couple of tips how you can run a nutrition fair. So the whole idea is basically that you can do your own nutritional fair. So it's not like, oh, they had it in Cape Town, but we not. It's just take the responsibility and do it for yourself. So the whole idea was that we expose ourselves more as coaches. So the goal, what we said, why do we do a nutrition fair, was first of all to give our customers an exposure where they see more different coaches. Yes, we have the BBSs, but we see also sometimes we don't get easily our customers to the BBSs. And we wanted that our customers see all the different products. Even when we try to explain them sometimes different products, sometimes the customer feels it's like a sales pitch maybe, or she just wants to sell me more products. So we miss that third person effect when you bring your customer somewhere and somebody completely they don't know tells basically about the products. We wanted to give the customer an opportunity to taste other flavors. And obviously we were lucky enough that we had a launch of new products like our Tri-Blend. So we also could sample the Tri-Blend here. And obviously the first decision was, and this is the most important, when you decide to do a nutrition fair, to decide, okay, date, venue. So we look basically for the venue, which venue do we want to have? And then we were looking at the same time, obviously, is the venue available, or to which days is the venue available? And then we're looking that we basically book it as quick as possible. As I said in the beginning, we only had 10 days to prepare everything. And what I can tell you now from that experience is actually 10 days, you should allow yourself not more to prepare, because I think it was such a success because we were under pressure to do it, yeah, and we wanted to make it a success. So everybody who signed up for it was basically excited to make it work. So the goals was the customer to expose to all the products. The goal was also that the customer, the guests, but even the members taste all the different flavors. Yeah, we know that our members are not exposed to all the products. Sometimes their budget is limited. They don't know all the different flavors. They don't understand all the different products. They don't use the skin range. So therefore, we really needed to launch also the skin products to all the people. Then obviously we wanted to build trust in the brand. We wanted to build trust in you as a coach, in each of the coach, that they feel, wow, there are many coaches, and wow, this is a good vibe. So I got a lot of feedback that the people said, wow, what a brilliant vibe it was, and how they enjoyed basically to be around us. And then we obviously wanted that they see we are good people. And that sounds now funny for you, but when your customer sees always you, that's nice. But when they see more of us and everybody is good and nice and kind, they get a different experience with the company, with the brand, and this is what we wanted to have. And yeah, and then basically,
yeah.
And then basically learn about all the products. So what we want to do tonight is basically we want to take you now from table to table so that you understand a little bit what happened at the nutrition fair. I have later on the agenda also, so if you want to take a couple of notes or screen shots, then you can do so. I have even more pictures what you can see. So you can see here the different tables. We had a tombola. We explained later on. Lisa will explain a little bit more about the tombola. So it was really an absolute adventure. Let me see that I can move forward here so you can see more different pictures. We had in total 17 supervisors there, 12 members attending, and 45 guests. So I was really impressed about the amount of members, guests we had actually also there, and really everybody appreciated it. So I just want to hand over now to our first speaker for tonight, and she was handling basically the table, which we called, let me see quickly, Get the Most from Your Body, where we were talking about Nightworks, Herbalife, Cell Activator, Procore, and also Rose Guard. So I just look now if Shamima is already on the call. Shamima? Shamima, not on the call right now. Shamima? No, I can't see her here, but I can explain you already. So Shamima was basically responsible together with Rashida to run one table with our supplements. So we had on the one table the Nightworks, the Herbalife, Cell Activator, Procore, and Rose Guard. So this was the table all about the vitamins and the minerals. And then we had the partner table to that with Rashida, basically. There we had Fiber and Herb, the multi-fiber, the Aloe Concentrate and the Aloe Max, and also the Thermocomplete. And Rashida had the idea basically that she takes the multi-fiber in a glass of water, she adds oil to it, and when you have ever tried that, you see basically how the multi-fiber soaks up the aloe and soaks up the oil, and the multi-fiber goes basically down. This is basically exactly what we experience with our bowel movement then. So that people can experience a little bit or can see a little bit how the multi-fiber works. But then she also made nicely on her table the aloe to taste. And each table, they basically were looking what kind of sampling they want to do. And each table was also responsible for their sampling. So we really put our minds together, but we also put our ideas together, what we can do with the sampling. And then just we did it. Yeah. So it was clear for us when we do sampling on a day like that, that it is investing in our business. And we were ready to invest a little bit in our business because the more guests we have there, the more exposure we have and the more comes across. So what the Rashida basically did, she made a nice jug with water, with some fruit in it, and added the aloe to it, and everybody got a little taste. And when I say a little taste, it was not like a glass full. This was not the idea. It was really a tasting. So this is what we learned already with the nutrition fair, that we need to look a little bit, that we don't fill the glasses up. It was really everything about tasting, but it worked very, very well. And from there, let's just move to the next table. We had then Rukhsana. Rukhsana was running our skin table, yeah, and she had such a ball with the skin products. And maybe you can also ask Rishka then to her side, because you were running basically everything on one table. She had more, Rishka had more the hair and body care, and Rukhsana had more the skin care. And one thing I can tell you already before I hand over to Rukhsana, I was impressed. This woman was able basically, I thought nobody makes it on the skin. You know, I thought everybody just wants it on the back of the hand. And all of a sudden I saw everywhere half faces walking around with the mask. And it looked so funny, and the people didn't feel even embarrassed or something like that, but they could see the difference. They could feel the difference. That was top. So over to our absolute stunning lady who did that evening, our world team, Rukhsana Yano.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, cool. So I'd like to get straight into this. It was so amazing. My table, I wouldn't change anything about my table. But firstly, let me say that I'm Rukhsana Jaino. I started Herbalife exactly 1 year ago. I started Herbalife to lose a little bit of weight. I lost 9 kilos in total thus far, and I'm now at the supervisor level. So all in all, I just want to say that my table was absolutely amazing. It was rocking. And as some people say, I'm a real girly girl. You know who you are. That table was perfect for me. Yes, and you know what actually
Sorry, please can everybody mute themselves so we can hear the speaker? Thank you. Sorry, Rukhsana.
No problem. So what stood out for me was that my skincare results, because a lot of people amazingly had eczema, and a lot of people's faces I touched were rough. And so